India shines in the world for its rich heritage and deep cultural values. From the days of Ramayana and Mahabharata to the present date, India adorns a number of religion, castes, languages, culture and traditions. Nathdwara is one of the places where the age-old cultural canvas is in its full grandeur. From deity worship to the royal cannon salute, from the ancient paintings to the handcrafted paintings, from the narrow streets to the wrestling ground. It may be an ordinary day or a festive occasion. Every day is celebrated here in a grand style. Nathdwara thrills by its true cultural extravaganza. Right from the origin of mankind on planet Earth, man believed in God. Followers of Hindu religion primarily inhabit the Indian subcontinent. Hinduism is a religion in which all forms of life, including animals and trees, are treated with respect. From nature worship like Ganesh, Vara, Narsimha, Kashyap, Kamdhenu, etc., there was a gradual shift to Hindu deities in human form like Ram and Krishna. Lord Krishna is one of the most popular gods. Krishna is considered to be a multifaceted god, depicting all human emotions. The word Krishna in Sanskrit has literally meaning of black and dark. It is a belief that God Vishnu took birth as a human named Krishna to conquer all evil. Krishna spent his childhood in Vrindavan, a town near Mathura. According to Bhagavad Puran, a Hindu epic, Krishna lifted Govardhan hill to protect the inhabitants of Vrindavan from a heavy downpour sent by Lord Indra. Krishna in this deity form is worshipped as Srinathji. Srinathji temple is situated in the town Nathdwara near Udaipur in Rajasthan's Aravalli Hills. The river Banas flows along foothills of Aravalli. The town of Nathdwara itself is often referred to as Srinathji after the famous deity. The stone and brick houses with thick whitewashed walls are typical of this region. Narrow streets and lanes are woven like a spider web, interconnecting entire town. Although Nathdwara may look like other Rajasthani towns, it is set apart by its importance as a great pilgrimage center and as a home of a large community of traditional artists. Krishna Janmashtami is observed on the 8th day of the dark half or Krishna Paksh of the month of Shravana in the Hindu calendar. According to scriptural details and astrological description, Krishna was born on 19th or 21st July 3228 BC in Mathura, situated on the banks of river Yamuna. Janmashtami is celebrated throughout India. Mathura, Krishna's birthplace, is wonderfully decorated and large crowd celebrates Krishna's birth. At Nathdwara too, Janmashtami is a huge cultural event. Various special arrangements are made to facilitate the celebrations of the pilgrims coming from different parts of India. The town is beautifully decorated by colorful lights. Srinathji temple has its own security personnel for security of the temple. These professionally trained security guards have a special importance and have tradition of handling every ceremony. As the sun rises, Thakurji, the child form of Krishna, is given a special bath. Thakurji adorns ornaments and a new costume. Srinathji's costumes are never used again. The temple has a separate in-house department of costume designing. Long queues of devotees could be seen waiting for the glimpse of Srinathji's special get-up. In the evening, temple guards prepare for the parade at Risala Chowk of Nathdwara town.
1, 2.
With the musical band playing, all the guards march to the temple holding Lord Srinathji's flag. It is a tradition followed to the present date. On this occasion, a special procession is also organized at Nathdwara. Local families of Nathdwara participate in the procession. Young children dressed as Radha and Krishna go for a round around the town to express their love and devotion for Srinathji. Devotees respect these children and treat them as Lord Krishna. A group of devotees take child Krishna for a ride around the temple. They sing various devotional songs and dance together. Other devotees also join them, and the group grows bigger. Sometimes it becomes difficult to keep the procession rolling on jeeps and handcarts from the narrow streets of the town. But it is managed somehow. This procession is the major attraction of the day. Huge crowd waits for the first glimpse of infant Krishna. Finally, at 12 midnight, the birth of Sri Krishna is announced with the sound of a bigle. This is a signal for the gods waiting at Risala Chowk. Srinath Ji is then honored with a 21 cannon salute at the Chowk. Cannon salute is a royal tradition of Rajputana kings to honor them on special occasions. The celebrations ends up with this spectacular event witnessed by a huge crowd. In Nathdwara, no photographs of Srinath Ji are sold. Only paintings of Srinath Ji in different attires are available. Photography of the idol is strictly prohibited. Next day, Nandotsav is celebrated, in which devotees from different communities bring their offerings to Srinath Ji. Fresh vegetables and fruits are offered. Cowherds and other volunteers of the temple spray a mixture of milk, saffron and turmeric on the devotees gathered for the glimpse of Srinath Ji. A man dressed as Nandarai, Krishna's father, visits the temple. Tilkayat Maharaj, the head priest, welcomes and escorts him. Musicians welcome them and people wait for their sight. Srinath Ji's idol was first discovered by Sri Vallabhacharya, the founder of Vallabha sect. Sri Vallabhacharya was a brilliant and extraordinary scholar. He was born in a noble and learned Brahmin family in southern India. His ancestors had a staunch religious background. He finished studying all the Vedas and the other prominent scriptures at a very early age. According to legend, Srinath Ji appeared in his dream and asked him to visit the Govardhan hill at Vrindavan. Sri Vallabhacharya then went to Govardhan hill and found the idol half buried. He constructed a temple at Govardhan hill with the help of local people. In the year 1726, Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb's imperialistic designs were at its peak. His army destroyed idols and looted valuables of many Hindu temples. So, it was decided to shift Srinath Ji's idol to a safer place. The long journey started. The idol was first moved to the kingdom of Agra and thereafter to Kota, Bundi and Pushkar. On the request of Maharaja Yashwant Singh, the then king of Jodhpur, the idol stayed at Jodhpur for some period. For the fear of Aurangzeb, nobody was ready to keep the idol for a longer period. Finally, in those crucial circumstances, His Highness of Mewar welcomed Srinath Ji's idol and the idol was installed at Khasihar, a place 12 kilometers from Udaipur. The temple later on shifted to Nathdwara. Hindus treat cow as a sacred animal, with status of a mother. It is believed that the cow has 330 million deities within. It is also believed that Lord Krishna had great affection for cows. Nathdwara has a big Gaushala named Nathuvas Gaushala. This is the first and the largest Gaushala of Srinathji temple, with a capacity to shelter approximately 1,000 cows. There are separate enclosures for cows, oxen, buffaloes, and calf. Cows are fed a mixture of whole wheat, ghee, that's clarified butter, and gur, that's jaggery, as a part of their daily meal. Cows run from their shelters for their daily diet, and many types of bells hanging from their necks ring. It creates a wonderful musical ambience. Srinathji temple manages 12 Gaushalas located at nearby villages and towns. There is a holy cow at Nathuvas Gaushala. Its lineage is believed to be from Krishna's Nandvansh period. People pass under this holy cow with the belief that this will bring prosperity to them. Dashera or Vijayadashmi is celebrated across India. It falls on the 9th day during festival of Navratras. Ramayana, a Sanskrit epic undisputedly accepted by the Indians, narrates the war between Lord Ram and Ravan, the king of Lanka. Ram and Lakshman were the sons of King Dashrath of Ayodhya. They waged a war to get Sita back from Ravan. Dashera is the day on which Lord Ram defeated and killed Ravan. On Dashera, Lord Srinathji is specially dressed as a warrior, and a small sword is also placed under the clothes of Srinathji. Various other cultural activities go on at Nathdwara. People enjoy Ram Leela, a stage play spread over many days depicting the life of Lord Ram. On the day of Dashera, effigies of Ravan, his brother Kumbhakaran, and son Meghnath are burnt to symbolize the victory of good over evil. On the day after Dashera, a game of Kushti or wrestling is organized. Wrestling is a traditional game played almost all over India. At Nathdwara, it is an age-old tradition. A yearly wrestling championship is organized. Veteran wrestler Hanuman is the trainer for all the newcomers. Wrestlers are strictly vegetarians. Their diet consists of milk, almonds, ghee, and chapatis. The competition is held in different weight categories, and the winners are awarded on completion. In present times, when this ancient Indian sport is on decline, Nathdwara is one of such places where efforts are being made to keep it alive.
कुश्ती समाप्त विजेता रहे आप तालियां बजाकर स्वागत करें।
Nathdwara is a hub of talented artisans of different products, namely perfume making, wooden craft, silver craft, pottery, and especially Pichwai paintings or wall hangings. A lot of local products are purchased by the temple itself. Devotees visiting Nathdwara also purchase a lot of these items. It has given boost to the economy of Nathdwara. Pichwai paintings is a form of traditional fabric painting with its roots in Rajasthan, used as a decoration in temples and temple chariots. Pichwai paintings are more refined and detailed than Phad paintings. They are created and used as backdrops in the Srinathji temple at Nathdwara and in other Krishna temples. The main theme of these paintings is Srinathji and his exploits. Pichwai are done in dark, rich hues on rough hand spun cloth. These paintings have deep religious roots and are executed with the utmost devotion of the painters. The theme of the Pichwai varies according to the season and its moods. Each Pichwai denotes the worship of Srinathji in a different season. The summer Pichwai has pink lotuses as the backdrop, while the winter Pichwai has an intricate jamvar pattern, providing the warmth needed for the season. The painter, whose name has become a legend in the world of art, is Ghasiram Haridas Sharma. Not only Nathdwara's Pichwai, but also handcrafted pictures of Srinathji is also very popular. These paintings are available in almost all sizes. Carving starts from sketching a soft board. It is cut and peeled as per the drawing. This handicraft is one of its kinds. It involves oil painting on the board, pasting and fixing of colorful beads to give a 3D impact. A variety of designs are handcrafted, and every family member shares hands on the art piece. Every year, all the Nathdwara painters gather during the Diwali festival to repaint the wall paintings of the temple. These wall paintings are freshly painted every year after a group discussion amongst the painters. Govardhan Puja is a festival to worship Lord Krishna and Govardhan Hill. It is widely celebrated in the northern part of India. The festival comes after Diwali and is celebrated in commemoration of lifting the Govardhan Hill by Lord Krishna on his fingertip. Nathdwara's Gaushala has a major role in this celebration. Peacock feathers are tied together to prepare headgears for the cows. Cows are applied henna a day before. Their horns are painted in different color. This, however, is quite a challenge. After all the hectic preparation, cowherds assemble and sing their traditional song, Heed, a poetic composition. All the cows are taken to the Srinathji temple's outer chalk premises for a special traditional game. Cowherds go for 7 rounds around the Nathdwara temple, singing traditional Heed. thousands of devotees and people from nearby villages gather to enjoy this traditional game. Cowherds invite attention of cows towards the sound. Cows push them back with their horns. Sometimes, cowherds get seriously injured during the game. This day acts as a welcome break from the routine for both the cows and the cowherds. The game continues for almost an hour. Specially decorated cows are taken to the temple's inner chowk premises named Govardhan Chowk. Devotees eagerly wait for the next event. Thakurji, the child Krishna, is taken to the chowk premises, placed on a small gold sofa. Here the god is presented offerings received from devotees from all over India. A replica of Govardhan Hill is constructed, made of cow dung cakes, a day before the Govardhan festival. This replica Govardhan Hill is first worshipped by Tilkayat Maharaj. Then it is meshed by a cow's feet as a tradition. Devotees rush to take their share for the piece of cow dung. They keep it in their houses. Annakut is celebrated in observance of an episode in Krishna's childhood. Legend is that the cowherds, their wives, children and cattle jubilantly surrounded Sri Krishna, their savior from the wrath of Lord Indra. They were awed by his superhuman accomplishment and celebrated Sri Krishna's feat with a sumptuous feast. Thus, began the tradition of Annakut. The Annakut is made of half-cooked rice and pulses. This huge amount of prasad or Annakut is placed inside the temple chalk. The most amazing fact about this festival is that only the Bhil tribal community gets the special privilege to loot this Annakut. The most common people are not allowed to take a share. They have to wait for their turn until the end of Annakut for a simple glance of Srinathji's idol. The temple priests and volunteers prepare Annakut in a special way and make meticulous arrangements for the community. The door opens right at midnight, and the tribal devotees rush forth to loot their share even if they have to step on someone. The Bhil community grabs the Annakut in a frenzy. Devotees, both young and old, share the same energy and spirit to collect the maximum loot. Some of the older devotees are spotted sitting exhausted, waiting to recoup their vigor. It is said that this Annakut brings prosperity to the community. And the Bhils make several rounds to accumulate a larger share. Shri Krishna is worshipped worldwide in Hindu religion. There are large number of followers of Shri Krishna because of faith in Pushti Marg, a daily ritual. Therefore, their total faith is placed in Srinathji alone. Popular Hindu belief is that in the state of liberation, the entity of the devotee merges into God's blissful form. However, in Pushti Marg or daily ritual worship, the devotee does not seek liberation, but enjoys God's bliss by participating in it as a separate divine entity. Pushti Marg means the path of grace. It is a sect of the Hindu religion, founded by Srimad Vallabhacharya. It is based on the idea that love of God should be seen as an end in itself, not as a means to something else. The three pillars of Pushti Marg are Rag, Bhog and Shringar. It does not require a devotee to give up a household life. In fact, it is believed that one can serve the God better by being a good householder. This is different from other philosophies that require a life of contemplation as a monk. On the list of festivals on Nathdwara calendar, Gopashtami is a festival devoted to cows. Nathuva's Gaushala is specially decorated on Gopashtami festivals. It is believed that on this day, Krishna first went to graze cows. Before this, he was just a keeper of the calves. On this day, special feed for cows is served from Tilkayat house at Nathuva's Gaushala. Oxen and buffaloes are taken out for a fight. A big crowd witnesses the event. Precautions are taken so that the animals may not get injured. Their rear legs are tied with a rope to keep them under control. Although these animals are calm by their behavior, but sometimes they get risky for the spectators. The celebrations ends up with joyous evening. Towards the end of winter, Holi is an important ancient festival of India. Holi was originally a spring festival of fertility and harvest. It is referred in the 7th century Sanskrit drama Ratnavali. There are many legends associated with this festival. The most widely held belief is that Holi marks the day when the devotee of Lord Vishnu, Bhakt Prahlad, seated on the lap of his evil aunt Holika, was saved from the fire by God's grace, and Holika was burnt instead. In Nathdwara, this day is celebrated with special traditional custom of worshipping Lord Srinathji. Huge bundle of firewood is placed at a chowk in the town. Every evening, the town witnesses villagers singing folk tunes and dancing together on drum beats. These folk groups also visit Srinathji temple to express their love towards the deity. The Holi is first worshipped by women and then by men. Cow dung cakes are placed along firewood to burn Holi. Holi is burnt in the evening. Seasonal harvest grains and coconuts are offered to the flames. Devotees take round around the burning fire. The flames are believed to signify the victory of good over evil, and those who seek to torment the faithful will be destroyed. It is believed that if the flames head straight, it means it's a sign of arrival of good time. Burnt coconut are then taken out of the fire and distributed in the form of prasad. The next day of Holi is celebrated as Dhulandi festival. Involving plenty of color throwing, prayer, fasting and feasting. People have fun, throwing colored powder and water at each other and dance together. People wait for the evening to participate in the procession of Badshah Ki Sawari, that is, Emperor's procession, which attracts people irrespective of their religious beliefs. The story behind this procession is that the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb tried to destroy Lord Srinathji's idol, but he didn't succeed. In the procession, a man from a particular family dresses as Emperor Aurangzeb. This dress is provided by the temple. The procession is a part of tradition to express the anger of people and devotees towards the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. The procession is headed by the traditional brass band. It passes through the streets of the town. People abuse Aurangzeb during this procession. It is people's anger towards Emperor Aurangzeb. When the procession reaches the temple, he sweeps the temple stairs with his beard as part of tradition. The Srinathji temple at Nathdwara, with festivals round the year, is one such shrine which beholds all the traditions in a wonderful manner. With so many festivals and events, the life here itself is a never-ending celebration. Apart from the religio-spiritual value of Nathdwara, it is a true socio-cultural extravaganza.